Ideas are generated by the four soul types. Common souls generate day-to-day ideas, which are traditions and societal pressures. Noble souls generate governance ideas and day-to-day ideas, at a higher rate than common souls. Governance ideas are spent as answers to governance questions. Those questions are classified into several categories like justice, economy, leadership, institutionalized religion, etc. Here are three examples. In education, what do we want our people to know as they come of age and later on? In industry, how do we deal with overgrazing? In economy, how do we avoid a single entity controlling too much wealth and power? Ascetic souls generate ideas at every level, including spiritual ideas. Spiritual ideas are taken from mystery schools and meditation traditions. I've included a bibliography of books for every spiritual technique. There are meditation techniques, their stages, and their details of progress from one stage to the other. There are prayers and dreaming techniques. Your people are discovering them as they progress. The last category of souls is freed souls, which generate the most ideas. Getting more ideas. By making your souls evolve faster from common souls to noble souls to ascetics to freed souls, they will generate more ideas for you. So, to get more ideas, you want them to promote faster. Promotion duration is determined by the soul cycle length. Look for effects throughout the game that lower the soul cycle length. These effects are called Common Soul Cycle, which starts at 80,000 years, Noble Soul Cycle, which starts at 8,000 years, Ascetic Soul Cycle, which starts at 350 years. Day-to-day idea generation is also affected by the average lifespan and infant mortality. Governance idea generation is affected by literacy. Spiritual idea generation is affected by empathy and compassion. The Common Soul Cycle and Noble Soul Cycle are increased every time you siege a province. So that would be a possible malus. When you go to war, there's a button in the lower left of your screen. If you tap that, you can view all the penalties you are incurring to your Common Soul and Noble Soul cycles. On this page, there's a list of active sieges and occupations. Clicking on occupation will tell you exactly what penalties you are incurring. If you are a more peaceful player, you can increase these karmic penalties in single player. You can also decrease them for whatever reasons. There are also effects that lower the cost of ideological answers and ones that increase the percentage of ideas generated every year. You can find them throughout the game. Here's an example of one that lowers day-to-day answer costs, and one that lowers governance ideas answer costs. For all these questions, you can also create custom answers and handpick the effect you think would be the most realistic or the effect that you need at that very moment. Let's do that quickly. Click Add Custom Option. I'll add Astronomy, and then pick Yearly Governance Ideas. To the right, you can see the base bonus. Then click Add. Notice the gray feather to the left. That means that it's a custom option. And if we pick this answer, we will get the effect. Effect packs. As of version 1.3.20, we have two effect packs, Conley and Unforeseen Consequences. Conley has fixed effects, whilst Unforeseen Consequences has random effects. In Conley, the flavor of the questions got lost, because people would look for the effect instead of the question. Also, sometimes what could sense a political bias. Thus, Unforeseen Consequences was created, which has completely random effects. You can always choose custom answers or what you feel would be beneficial for a country at a given time. In the future, we are considering a third effect pack, where the effects will not be purely random but tied to the category of the question. Once an answer is chosen, 3 sets of effects will pop up. usually with 2 positive and 1 negative effect per set. In the spiritual method section, we only use 1 random positive effect per set. The cost of each set varies based on the strength of the set. Once a set is selected, the effects are applied and the nation is strengthened. If an effect is striked out, it means that the variable cannot be improved anymore. Also, look for the dots. They signal the strength and rarity of the effect. If the dot is to the left of the effect name, it signals that the effect is rare. If the dot is to the left of the effect value, it signals that the value is strong. Dots are purple, light blue, and yellow, in descending order by value. There are 4 questions that affect relationships with AI nations. Who leads? Who can marry? What is our theistic position? And how do we deal with migrants that introduce stolen foreign technology? You should always answer these first. Look to align your answers with someone that you want to trade or ally with. In the ideas section, those questions are highlighted in blue. If you visit any AI nation and tap relationships, there is a shortcut that will open a panel where you can answer just those relationship questions. It saves a little bit of time. See our trade and alliance videos for more information. As the state progresses, it gets more difficult to implement ideas. As old ways prove successful, people become reticent to implement new ideas. What this means is that idea cost increases every 144 years. You can find more help inside the game with screenshots in an easier-to-follow format. Just scroll down in the ideas section. That's a summary for the idea mechanics. Drop us a message if you have further questions. Thank you for watching.